Welcome back everyone, Costin here on Serious Gaming with more Battlefleet Gothic Armada to the Imperial Navy campaign. Orcs will be attacking in just a moment, in Tyranids, Chaos, you name it, I'll be dealing with it. Various invasions that are going to take place. I don't know what I should do with these fleets. I guess I have 2 fleets over here. I guess I'll just move them to Agrippina and they'll hold the sector to the very best of their ability. Upgrade that civilized world, that can help. Meanwhile, I guess I'll hold the line against the Tyranid High Fleet in this sector. Then we have Cadia. The orcs are going to come. I might just auto-resolve this depending on my luck, I guess. How much gold? 2 turns. I might have to delay that, and I'm also going to take Spire away from here in order to help in Bellis Corona. So I actually played ahead. Yeah, I just want to see when you actually get the final Tyranid challenge, and after this you will have to wait 1 more turn. Like after you destroy a hive ship, you wait 1 more turn, and then you will pick up. Yeah, that improves my bonus. Fortress World, Minor Shipyard, Strategic Position, Agri World, Minor Shipyard, Civilized World. Why not? Okay, income is going up. I'm going to go to Bellis Corona. So let's see what we're dealing with over here. Orcs will be invading. Okay, one. Attacking Cadia, Orc Raiders, in a lot of ways, when you're looking at this kind of mechanic, when you're looking at how this plays out, it's kind of silly, really. Like, I actually read some of the interviews and they were talking, oh, you have to maintain supply lines between, like, say, a hive world and an agri world, because obviously food is an actual concern, right? Hive worlds need imports of food in order to survive.
Fury interceptors,
but that's not really in the game. Agri worlds, it's more so about flat bonuses. Now, in a sense, this does avoid the problem like something like Total War has as a main campaign issue. So the problem in a game like Total War is that in a title like that, you end up in a situation where by the end of the game you're just smashing through virtually all opposition. Though, this is the thing though, this is the problem I have. It's, on one hand, you just have, but on one hand you have the ability to steamroll enemies, but on the other hand, you know, which is not particularly fun to deal with, right, in say Total War. But in this game, you're not really fully steamrolling enemies because there's just more of them all the time, and it's very difficult to really put an end to it. I mean, yes, you can destroy a particular faction, but that's not a particularly easy thing to do.
Starhawks loaded and sent. The spirits obey.
I mean, what's the point of supply lines or requiring specific systems if your enemies can just, you know, completely bypass them?
It's failing.
That perhaps I feel is the biggest issue.
Receiving your order. Rouse the engines.
So I'm going to fire.
Engaging drive. Does not compute. Caster and Maniple teleported.
Yeah, okay.
Shark assault boats on their way. The spirits obey. Lightning strike successful. Thruster routines active.
Right, so mutinied.
State your order. Heading acknowledged.
Target those weapon systems.
We are ready to serve.
Course engaged.
To serve the Omnisire.
Once the situation
Machine
with
spirit
Spirit is
appeased.
sorted out, I'll probably take the
Receiving your
system
order.
and send it to Help's Fire. Yeah, to advance.
State your order.
With a low threat level, I don't need to keep
Changing
as many
course.
ships. What's this?
Damage teams.
Besides,
begin
if I get
repairs
caught in
now.
an... I'll just keep like 2 or 3 fleets back in
Receiving your
reserve
order.
as a defensive force.
Optimal course
Rather
set.
not lose this space station.
The spirits obey.
We are ready to serve. Teleportarian vectors calculated.
Assault crews report success.
Okay.
To serve the Omnisire.
Right. Let me put the right focus device.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
With matchless efficiency. Calculating vectors. We serve.
I get the
Transition
feeling that's
begun.
the last of them, right?
Machine spirit appeased. To serve the Omnisire. We are ready to serve.
Engaging engines.
I miss when space
State your
stations actually
order.
had stances. Made them a bit more
Your orders.
useful.
Engage engine red lines. Receiving your order. Does not compute. Rouse the engines. Machine spirit appeased. Thruster routines active.
That's sorted out.
Teleportarium vectors calculated.
Alright, they've
The spirits obey.
Orc severely
We
damaged.
are ready to serve.
Bring in the bombers.
Starhawks engaging.
Head, right?
Engaging drive.
Space station has survived.
Optimal
Nope.
course set.
Not completely.
Machine spirit appeased. Does not compute. Calculating vectors. Weapons calibrated.
Board it, come on.
With matchless efficiency. State your order. To serve the Omnisire.
Alright, that's in a mutiny state.
Coordinates acknowledged.
State your order.
Ship ready.
Transition begun. Receiving your order.
Yeah, that was it. So, after all my experiences in the campaign, I can understand why they probably went for the victory point system as opposed to
Changing
anything else.
course.
There it is.
Fury interceptors in flight. Underway.
Alright, I'm gonna station my fleet behind the
You
station.
have seized a strategic area. The enemy has seized a strategic area. You have seized a strategic area.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
We wait your command.
Setting course.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
We wait your command. Course engaged. Enemy sighted.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
Shark assault boats on their way. Enemy sighted.
Enemy sighted.
Coordinates acknowledged.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas.
Impossible, Admiral. Understood. Setting course.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
We stand ready.
Engaging engines.
Full speed. Repositioning. Underway.
You have accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Ship ready.
Moving to position.
We serve.
At your command. I am listening. Engines engaged.
Your orders?
Boarding teams have crippled the enemy.
Aye, Admiral.
To where we are needed. Aye, Admiral.
Heading acknowledged.
Where shall we strike?
Aye, Admiral.
Setting course. Engaging engines. We wait your command. Understood.
We serve. Give us purpose. Hold course.
Your orders?
Underway. We wait your command.
You have accumulated 50% of strategic points. The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Coordinates acknowledged.
Pull back and regroup.
Initiate emergency repairs.
Setting course.
Enemy ship crippled by the lightning strike.
Aye, Admiral.
Plotting retreat.
At your command.
Understood.
Starhawks loaded and sent. Engines engaged. Your orders? Moving to position. Enemy sabotage! Warp engines inactive! Coordinates acknowledged. Underway.
Underway.
To where we are needed. Hold course. Repositioning. To where we are needed.
We wait your command. Changing course. Imperial ship destroyed.
Moving to position. Underway.
Ship ready.
Engines engaged. At your command.
The enemy has accumulated 50% of strategic points.
With matchless efficiency,
We serve.
Hold course. Engines engaged.
You have accumulated 75% of strategic points.
We lost a defense platform.
Underway. Moving to position. Repositioning.
calculating vectors.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas.
Thruster routines active. Transition begun. Engaging drive.
The enemy has accumulated 75% of strategic points. The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Only lost one battleship, how bad could it be, right?
You are close to victory by strategic points.
Calculating vectors.
Alright, almost won.
Weapons calibrated.
I lost the cruiser and the battleship.
Rouse the engines.
Could have probably done it better. But that's
Battle
the nature of
protocols
high
engaged.
fleet battles. Believe it or not, I will not have the same issues as with this as fighting as the Necrons. Why? Because and those star pulse and damage. Like the thing is, yes, you do have like you don't have shields as the Necrons. That's certainly true. But here's the problem with that logic. Shields don't mean shit against the Tyranids. Because the Tyranids are like, oh, nice shields you've got there. Here, we have all of this weaponry and all of this stuff. There's Tyranids, ignore shields. They're boarding actions, so I think the problem with the boarding actions in particular is there's no way to defend against it. And the Tyranids in particular, regardless of which other faction, regardless of the troop quality you may or may not have, the Tyranids in particular,
To where we are
I'm
needed.
gonna pull out these escorts. The Tyranids in particular as
Repositioning.
faction, just like, oh, nice,
us the
nice
enemy.
fleet you have there. We'll just turn it to rubble
Engines
effectively.
engaged.
And therein lies the main problem with that. Like
Enemy
they're
in sight.
so, like I understand they're supposed to be terrifying and powerful,
Moving to
but
position.
it
Initiate Thunderhawk
doesn't
bombardment.
translate very well into a game,
At
honestly.
your command.
To serve the Omnissiah.
Underway.
Okay, I made the mistake there.
We lost the defense platform.
Initiate targeting protocol.
We lost a defense platform.
At the very least, in this case, their flagship is just a battle
Engines
cruiser.
engaged. Repositioning. Give us purpose. Where shall we strike? Initiate Thunderhawk bombardment.
Alright, let me pull these guys out soon.
Begin rearmament.
Moving to position. To where we are needed. At your command. We stand ready.
Troop transition successful.
Hold course.
Rockets failing.
Machine spirit appeased.
At your command. Engines engaged. To where we are needed. I am listening. We stand ready. Show us the enemy. Where shall we strike?
Engaging drive.
Okay, I'll get another Retribution class battleship for one of the fleets in order to deal with the Tyranid boss, so to speak. That could have been worse, honestly. Ooh, Tyranids are going to attack.
We're running out of time, Magos. Tell me we're getting close to a location of the master organism.
Nothing certain, my lord. But I believe we now have most of the data we require.
Okay, I'm going to get rid... Well, maybe I shouldn't get rid of anything really at this point. Spire's fleet, yes, it could use maybe another battleship, but I'll leave the Adeptus Mechanicus behind while Spire heads to Bellus Corona. Orcs will be attacking in 2 turns, no real issue over there. I'll leave them over here for the moment. Resources are abundant at this point. Okay, let me see about these escorts. How many? Okay, if I get rid of every single one, still not quite enough to get another cruiser. I can get the light cruiser, which might be more useful. Let's go with a Defiant light cruiser as opposed to just a bunch of escort vessels. For this fleet, for the Adeptus Astartes, I really think I should wait with them. Okay, there goes my money. There go my battle plans. Yeah, threat level is pretty fine. Well, 3 systems, okay, so Spire will probably be able to make it. And that ship over there should be able to replenish. And get that minor shipyard a bit of an upgrade. They'll remain here. I'm going to take Spire's fleet, the Retribution fleet, with Apocalypse of course, and the Adeptus Mechanicus fleet. We're gonna be in for a hell of a fight. For a moment though, I want to help the Necrons take this system. There's still a war going on other. Don't have the luxury to just waste it. In fact, I want to get rid of it if possible. So I'm almost there. I just need to wait until next turn, and the Tyranids will. I'll have the location of the main Tyranid fleet. Dealing with said fleet is a tad bit more complicated than one might think. Now, I'm going to assume...
course set.
So, okay. Can he or can he
serve the
not
Omnisire.
get out of this situation? If the Adeptus Mechanicus can't...
The enemy has seized a strategic area. The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Really wish I mean, I don't see them. That's... Ah, there we go.
Thruster routines active. With matchless efficiency. Interceptors engaging.
I guess we'll find out in a
Receiving
couple
your
of seconds, right? I suppose I could let them win.
Engaging drive. We are ready to serve.
Okay, they can actually.
The spirits obey. Interceptors engaging.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Calculating vectors. Rouse the engines. Transition begun. Does not compute.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Rouse the engines. Machine spirit appeased. Thruster routines active. Hostile signature detected. The spirits obey.
The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points. The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Calculating vectors. Does not compute. State your order. Warp routine aborted. Hostile signature detected.
The enemy has accumulated 50% of strategic points.
Well, very nice of them to destroy my ship by just, in the last possible moment, just, yeah, catching it in that location. I'm redoing this. You know, despite all I've done, like, despite all the damage I've done to these Necrons are gonna be able to take the system. I care about is them bleeding each other, right? So, let's launch this battle. Like, I'm outnumbered in 500 versus with the damage I'm about to do. It's a guerrilla tactic. Alright, hit and run. Hit and run. Except when they catch up to you and screw you over. Oof, this is gonna suck, isn't it?
Optimal course set.
I may not be able to do a lot, actually, over here.
Interceptors engaging. Engaging drive.
So maybe I'm better served destroying some of these, if not all of these, defense platforms.
Hostile signature detected. With matchless efficiency. Rouse the engines. Calculating vectors. Transition begun.
Why are they not moving?
Routines active. With matchless efficiency. Does not compute.
Calculating vectors. Yellow fields activated. Charging warp drive.
Alright, get out of here. Not quite enough, not what I was hoping for. Okay, let me get this hive world up to speed. Quick save. Yeah, 3 turns over there. Maybe 2 fleets isn't enough. Hard to say. Very levels here except Necrons. Okay, fine, I'll move these fleets into... Oh. Do I really want to deal with that right now? Probably not. In all fairness. I mean, okay, I'll just put this fleet over here. That will reduce the Necron level, threat level. To a more manageable number. Okay, end the turn. Still not enough, sadly. Not enough for me to really win. I was kind of hoping for more, but I had to pull Spire out. Let's see what happens here. Chaos should win. They have the space station, the guns. Yeah.
My lord, I have deduced the location of the master organism.
And not before time. Commodore, gather the fleet. It's time to end this.
There's nothing really here except this trench, which is warp risk chances are increased by 100%. And so be it. And that's how we're gonna play. That's how we're gonna play. Let me get Spire. So I'll take 3 fleets with me. Spires, Venris, and Kerosene. I'm not going to attack this particular turn. I have certain things I need to deal with. This is gonna be a pretty brutal slog. Now, how do I know all of this? Well, after the last video, I decided, okay, what does it actually take? Like, is this like the last I deal with the Tyranids? And it was actually, It was actually true. You destroy the house ship, you get the scenario, you kill it, and I imagine if you do kill it, I didn't actually kill it. I didn't do damn it. But I imagine if you do kill it, that it would, that it is going to be the end of the Tyranid threat. Alright, I'm going to take this fleet. I'm going to be taking more fleets. They'll deal with the Eldari over there. By going back to Medusa, I need to attack the orcs. Not necessarily drive them out, I just don't have fuck. One raid after another. I think that's so. You send one fleet in, you lose, sure, but you fire enough torpedoes or do enough Nova cannons, or hell, if you have the Necrons, you know what you can do? You can do the following idea. You can go into a battle, send every ship except your flagship, which you might assign to a light cruiser, for instance. And that's one particular idea. But here's an idea. You do that, and then you send your Necron ships, the ones with star pulse generators,
the enemy has seized a strategic area.
Right into the middle of the enemy fleet. You get the upgrade
area.
for extra damage for star pulse generator, which I assume is in the campaign. I don't know for certain. Actually, it is. Yes, since I played the beta. You use that upgrade in order to just wreak havoc. Then you use astral. Then you use your recall ability.
Interceptors engaging.
To get your fleets out, and that's it, right? To get your ships out, you disengage, and that's it, effectively.
Reroute power to retro propulsion. Rouse the engines.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Starhawks engaging. Thruster routines active. The spirits obey.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Hold on.
Starhawks engaging. Calculating vectors. Hostile signature detected.
The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Guess that one's decided that it's going to pursue me. Alright, no choice.
Activated. Charging warp drive.
What?
Optimal course set.
Why can't
The
it?
enemy has seized a strategic area.
Engaging drive.
This is really weird, and this is not the first time this has happened.
Holy Omnisire.
But generally I've gotten it on the
The enemy
flagship.
has
In this case I
accumulated
got it
50%
on...
of strategic points.
Why does this happen? Like, this is just like... Or is it because of... Might just very well be the situation. I mean, it doesn't tell me if they have a debuff or not that prevents them from warping out. They shouldn't. I mean, I guess I'll try again and see what happens. Like, I don't know. I want to get my ships out. They're not damaged. Really weird shit over there. So what the fuck is up with the Adeptus Mechanicus? Have they lost their toolbox or something?
Receiving your order.
The enemy
reload
has seized a
stance,
strategic
and
area.
I guess
The
I'll
enemy
wait and
has
see.
seized a strategic area.
Transition begun. Optimal course set. We are ready to serve.
Okay, why? What's wrong with this one?
To serve the Omnisire.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
The spirits obey.
Collision protocols active.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Engaging drive. Rouse the engines.
Alright, gotta get closer.
Does not compute.
Rouse the engines to fury.
The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points.
The spirits obey.
Engage engine red lines.
Does not compute.
Starhawks engaging.
With matchless efficiency.
The enemy has seized a strategic area. You have seized a strategic area.
Calculating vectors.
The enemy has accumulated 50% of strategic points.
Thruster
Alright,
routines active.
I'll just have to dance around the issue.
Starhawks engaging.
Oh, we're around it.
Transition begun.
Hostile signature detected.
Machine spirit appeased. Optimal course set.
Unless, of course, whatever is preventing them
enemy
from
is
getting out
seizing
of
one of
here
your
is also
strategic
going to
areas.
destroy the ship, in which
The
case this
enemy
entire
has
thing is
seized a
pointless.
strategic area.
Interceptors engaging.
Engaging drive.
The enemy has accumulated 75%
Soon.
of strategic points.
It's gotta survive for a bit more.
Rouse the engines.
Rouse the engines to fury.
The enemy is close to victory by strategic points.
With matchless efficiency.
You have accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Hostile signature detected.
Okay, that is about it. Costin here on Serious Gaming, signing out. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for more.